All right. All right. Well, I'm going to assume we're on then, and that's what I'm going to assume because I don't know if we are or if we are not. I don't know if you were able to pump that through. If you're not, if we're not, you let me know, and I'll go. I'll just call in the request line, and we'll go live that way. Um, okay. All right. So the video's not going to be seen. All right. Well, then it's audio only, right? Okay. If it's audio only, then let me call. Let's go to Facebook. Bring it up on my Facebook channel. If it's audio only, if we can, and then take it and shoot it. Take it and shoot it with your camera and a microphone by your camera, and we'll get the volume feed that way, and we'll just shoot it that way. How about that? You're filling with something, I'm sure. All right, I'm going to end this, then I'm going to call you right now. Okay? Cool. All right, bye. Live, baby. I love it. All right. See how we get out of that. Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. Can they see and can they hear? If they can they see and hear? That's all I need to know. I know we're live. www.thepowervoices.com. It's the Jesse T Show. We are out in the streets now. We're having a little bit of a technical flare up because we're doing something brand new, something cool for you. We're going to be taking our show to the streets as much as we can because that's where the action is. That's where we get the work done that we got to do to make this world right, to change wrongs from right, and to change the the good to bad, and to make up for what everybody's messed up. Can you hear me? Okay. They're back at www.thepowervoices.com. Let me know. Text me. Okay. Now, can you see? That's what I need to know now. Can you see the video of me on this, or am I doing pure audio on this? And if I'm doing pure audio, just let me know if I'm doing pure audio or we got video and audio going. That I need to know because we might be able to figure out a way right here as our audience stays with us. And I don't think they can see you checking now. All right, we'll check right now and see if they can. If they can't, then here's my thought, audience, to stay with me. Is please close it, then try again. What application is using the mic? I'm not using any application on the mic. Okay, thank you very much. All right, well, I guess you can hear me. I don't know what that was all about. All right, so if they can't see and hear, then how about let's go on back to the Facebook site, Facebook Live, Jesse Terrero, www.facebooklive.com, Jesse /Jesse Terrero, ABTV Live, Digital Broadcasting Network site. Why don't we go there, and then you can capture the feed outside organically. You know what I mean? Capturing it with a cam and a mic, and pump that back through then the XSplit or the system that we've got going on, and pump it back through the radio station. Would that work? If that'll work, let me know. All right, so what we're doing, folks, is we're out here in the San Fernando Valley. This is Jesse Terrero. You can see me if you can. If you can't, that's okay. You can hear me. And it might make sense for us to try that Facebook feed, Lee, and see what we can do. Let me know if you get that hooked up. All right. So here's the idea. This is what we came up with earlier today. Always looking for inventive and creative ways to make the show more, right on the spot, more meaningful, with more power, because we're the powerofvoices.com. And at the Power of Voices, we gotta implement the right things, the right causes, for the right reasons. We talk a lot of stuff, we do a lot of stuff, we have lots of different types of programs, but we also try to help the community out and do that kind of stuff. I'm sitting here in the Gray Ghost. The Gray Ghost is my new car, and because I got rid of the Great White Flash, I had to take that to the car cemetery a couple of weeks ago. So I'm sitting here on a street in front of the United States Post Office that they're soon going to close down. This was a main post office here in Sun Valley on a street called Ratner, and it was a huge post office here for a long time. But the post office is in such disarray as a department here in the United States of America. It's unbelievable. The mail gets messed up now, and the postal carriers certainly aren't what they used to be when I was a kid growing up. It seems like it's the merry-go-round or the musical chairs of postal deliverers that come to your business or your home or your residence every day. It's never the same person twice. I don't know what's going on there. It's sort of like the police department, how the police department changes everything around in our community here. They switch guys in and out and gals in and out of stations like they, like it's water, man, going through a filter. They just filter people in and out and in and out and in and out. The things that used to be solid and true that you could count on are no longer here. So what we thought we'd do is we'd get out in the street today, and we do some walking and talking to some people, anybody we come up to, and and get their input, since the election's over with now, and kind of get their input on what their feelings are about what's happened to their community, what's happened to their world, what's happened to their way of life. Wow, why has it changed in such a way? And what can we do about it to make it a better day? So that's the key. So Lee, are we still going okay? I need a text from you and let me know that we're still going okay. And do you want to try that Facebook idea that I had before I get up and start doing the walk around? You want to do that? Let me know when you text me. I know you're working feverishly there, and I appreciate it, man. Good job. All right, so we're trying to find a platform that we can do this mobile stuff and pump it back live, mobilely back to. Keep going. I'm working on the video. Okay, that's good. We're trying to figure out a system by which we can pump the video back out so that you can actually see what we're doing here out on the street and hear it on the radio. All right, so it is the Jesse T Show, and it's on every day from 5 to 6 p.m. right here on the powervoices.com. Normally, you can catch us too on our Facebook, Periscope, live stream, Instachat, our Instagram, and Snapchat digital network platforms. Today, we're doing some new things, so we're trying to get back into those platforms, but giving myself, Jesse T, the Brown Beauty on Duty, the ability to go out in the street and do the radio show live with an audio feed, so we can really get some things done and get down to the brass tacks, as they used to say. Get down to the nitty gritty, get down right down there in the barrel and find out how we can really solve some things and work that story to the grindstone, because a lot of these stories that we talk about, they start at the street and they work themselves up through our society. And so that's where we got to solve a lot of these problems out here in the street in that respect. So that's what we're doing here today, is we're going to kind of go about, and there's homeless in this area, there's gangsters in this area, there's human trafficking and prostitution and pimping in this area now, lots of trash on the streets piled up, and there's illegal vending here. The police call time is usually pretty slow in that respect, and there's lots of bars and fences on people's doors and windows and yards, and everybody sort of lives a little bit of a, keep the head on the swivel, look left and right, check your six all the time kind of attitude around here. Now, this was a community that I grew up in years and years and years ago, and certainly was a different community when I was a kid growing up. My goodness, how things have changed. And it was interesting. It didn't start really changing until about the mid-1980s. And then this part of the Los Angeles city area, which is known as the San Fernando Valley, started to change about mid-1980s. Now, I attributed it to a couple of things. one, I attributed to lots of manufacturing jobs leaving this community called the San Fernando Valley in this part of Los Angeles pretty quickly over the last 5, 6, 7 years of the 1980s. Two, I attributed to amnesty program that was created by Reagan when he signed off on that. Three, I attributed to NAFTA that was signed off by the following president. Clinton signed off on that after Bush, but it started in the Reagan administration. And the reason why I blame those things is because when those things happened, we got mass immigration and amnesty. People were flooding across the borders from all around 360, not just from Mexico, but they were coming down through Canada. They were coming from the east, west, and all around. And it was crazy. And here they all wanted to end up in Southern California. Of course, we're Hollywood. You know, we're the land of the good and plenty. We're the land where the water runs gold. It's the Golden States. It's Hollywood. It's Southern California. The weather, the cars, the beaches, the mountains, the people, the girls, the lifestyle, the food, the quality. So everybody ended up here, and the population in Los Angeles County just grew exponentially. And then we had in some neighborhoods they completely shifted from neighborhoods that were a certain ethnic makeup for many decades, 60, 70, 80, 90 years, very quickly within a 5 to 7 year period to a different type of neighborhood with a different ethnicity and cultural as well too, and language as well too, and neighborhoods in the East San Fernando Valley really started changing dynamically into something that was more akin or more enjoyable for the folks who were buying the houses here and buying property and moving into this area in mass numbers. And that just makes sense. I mean, if you have a stew of if you have a stew of peas and corn, and then all of a sudden a bunch of carrots come in, and you drop a whole bunch of carrots in that stew, and the peas and corn leave, then you got a stew of carrots, and the carrots change because they're different. They're carrots. It doesn't mean the carrots are good or bad or indifferent. It doesn't mean the carrots are this or that or anything. It just means it's different. That's just a pure fact. You can't deny facts. That's what our society does today. You get lost in this racial stuff, and essentially you just keep to the facts, man. Like Dragnet, Dragnet, da 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 da. That was Dragnet, and the facts, man. Just the facts, man. Jack Webb, what a great series Dragnet was. I love that series, man. These are the stories. They are true, but the names have changed to protect the innocent. You got to be over 50 to remember that show. You can go on YouTube and check it out, though. Man, and if you want to see LA in the 1960s, the background as they're shooting the film, as they're shooting the TV show, it'll blow you away. You probably see your neighborhood in some of those shots. You'll say, I can't believe that's what my neighborhood looked like. My question has always been, what happened? What happened? What happened? What happened to your community? If your community has changed dramatically, aesthetic-wise, if it's changed dramatically culturally-wise, if it's changed dramatically in terms of crime, if it has changed dramatically for a lot of reasons, what happened? What happened in the last 40 years? Why? Why do things change so radically? Lee is our engineer IT guru. He also has a show here at thepowervoices.com from Monday through Friday from 10 to 12. It's a great show. You ought to check it out. We did a thing last night after hours at the studio. We just were having a great time. He's an old radio disc jockey, radio personality like I am. He was a few years ahead of me. He was about 10 years or so, not quite, maybe 6 to 10 years or so ahead of me, and maybe about 10 years. And so consequently, his musical flavors were 10 years before me. Now, I got my first gig in 1974 at California Country KLAC here in Los Angeles. I got my first full-time gig, though, in 1980, 81 actually, at KGGI in Riverside, 99.1, my first full-time gig. At that time, I was working part-time, basically working full-time on part-time scale at KISS FM back in the early 80s when it was happening then. I was in my 20s. And so after hours, what we did is we played radio. We played radio station like two kids, man, playing in the backyard. We were playing old great music from the 1950s doo-wop all the way up to the 1980s. In my time, when 1990s, I mean, we were, hey, Cindy, what's happening? I'm doing my show right here. That's my girl. That's Cindy Sauer. She just drove by. You see what happens? That's what happens. Hey, how you doing, buddy? Haven't seen you in a long time. These are people in the community that I know. It's kind of crazy, isn't it? In that respect. But that was Cindy Sauer. She's a co-director of the Coalition Against Human Trafficking here with me in the Los Angeles area. And that was old man George who just drove by. He got to be about 95 years old and he's still driving. Yeah, you know, it's interesting when you see people and they see me doing what I'm doing, but I do what I do. I can't help it. It's me, Jesse T. But anyhow, so the world started changing. And so what we did last night, we were playing radio personalities, and we were talking up songs and back talking down songs. And that's a big old semi-truck going by right there. And we were having a great time talking up songs and having a good time in that respect. And so it just was a lot of fun, and I reached across, you know, the studio there as we were goofing around, and I said, Lee, man, what happened? What happened? What happened to music? What happened to radio? What happened to that style? What happened to the fun? What happened to all of that stuff? Where did it go? Wow, how radio has changed over the years. Hey, Cindy, CPAP. Cindy, CPAP is at 6:30, right? 6? That's a community police advisory board. Yeah, give me a Dr. Pepper. I'll meet you over there at 6 o'clock, okay? See what happens when we're live? It's great. Cindy, I talked to Alicon because I wanted to reach out and see what he thought about Richard Alicon as a politician who's running against Cardinal. Yeah, I'm on the radio right now. Where are we at? Are we going to speak about human trafficking? Okay, what date is that? Let's do that. When is it? Oh, we got to do that. I'll have cameras rolling and radio going. We're going to have it. It's the ladies group, right? It's the ladies group you're a part of? He's doing it. Well, you know what? Wait a second here. Wait a second. Wait a second. You got us on live. Can you catch the video of us, Lee? Text me. Can you do the video? If you can't, let me know. Okay. I'm on the radio. You got to trust me.
That's why I don't trust
But Facebook's not working for us right now because we're totally doing something different. We're upgrading our technology. Okay, so say hi.
Hi.
Okay, this is Cindy Sauer, everybody. She's my partner in the fight against Coalition Against Human Trafficking and Pimping and all that terrible, disgusting street stuff that happens. And we cleaned up an area. It took us about 4 or 5 years. Actually, it took Cindy 24 years to do this. And she's been at it a long time. I joined her cause maybe about 7, 8 years ago, 5, 7, 8, 9 years ago, whatever.
It's about 9 or 10.
Has it been that long now?
That's what they were saying when I was saying something to
Wow.
Cardenas' office today.
You know, I'm kind of mad. You know, folks, Tony Cardenas, he's running for congressman in this part of the San Fernando Valley. He's got 2 big human trafficking areas that are in his district, the one over on Sepulveda Boulevard. Hey, we've got video now. Hey, yay! We got video, yes. Hey, Lee, what's happening, buddy? Lee, that's Cindy. Say hi. Hi. We're live now.
I know that.
On the powervoices.com, YouTube live, and wherever else he sends it. So I thought I'd change the show's dynamic a little bit. I'm going to get out in the street and do what I do. You know what I mean?
Oh, well, that's good.
I'm going to go to Tony Cardenas' office, Mayor
It's always
Garcetti.
nice when the lips match up with the talking.
Yeah, it is.
So he's going to be having...
so what's he doing here? So what she's doing is she's looking at her Facebook or her email right now. because Tony Cardenas, as I said, he's got two big areas out here in the San Fernando Valley where there's a lot of human trafficking and pimping. And Sepulveda Boulevard covers the whole San Fernando Valley, and what we were referred to for a long time as the Lancashire Corridor, which we've done
He's
a lot
going
of
to
work.
be doing. He's put an
what's
initiative
going on
through
here?
called the SOAR Act. Will help close the gap in health care settings without plans for human trafficking victims.
Well, that's right up our alley. That's stuff we've been
That's-
working
you know
for.
what?
That helps the victims.
It does help the
Because
victims.
it's it's the victims that we really need to help, like the Mary Magdalene Church, but they're known as something else now. Mary Magdalene Church, remember them? What are they
Yes.
known as?
Journey Out.
A Journey Out. That's what they did. But it's good that the politicians. Do you understand this, folks? These politicians, not just Tony, but all of them, they were doing nothing about this until Cindy Sauer brought this to bear and made this a very important topic of quality of life.
But truly, it's Cindy, Jesse, Tony. It was Hiltner, then Malinowski, where we did the marches. If you think about it, Tony was right there at the beginning.
He was.
And this shows you that he remembers us.
Yeah, Tony was there. We got him to march a couple of times out there.
Mm-hmm.
And Captain Hiltner, folks, Hiltner is captain of Los Angeles Police
HR
Department.
5405 is his.
Oh, that's the bill he's
the bill,
putting.
yes.
So it's going to go through Congress.
Yes.
So this is a
big
federal
step.
thing.
This is a
Oh,
big
we got to
step.
go.
This is a big step. That's
We
what I
got to
said.
go.
So anyway, he sent us the information. I reached out to him for something else, and I brought this up, and I told him that Cindy and Jesse are on board.
Yeah.
We'll do letters. We'll speak for them. We'll do
Yeah.
whatever, because this would be exactly something we would support.
I'll stand on my head and talk in gibberish.
And that's what you do all the time.
I know. But I'm pretty good at that.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah.
You are.
The lips just keep.
Yeah.
But look, this is a serious topic because we have an epidemic going on in Los Angeles. It's all over the news now. It's all across the country. And it's a terrible, terrible thing. We firsthand have seen the damage that's done to some of these victims. There's been murders that we've known about, that the police department has told us about, retribution. There's been all kinds of things. They go after 12, 13, 14-year-old girls and boys. It's just a terrible, terrible thing. And so, Tony, it's good to see the federal getting involved with this, because we've been after them for some time to get involved. And that means money to the cause in that respect. So we got to keep, hey, folks, you got to go online. Go to facebook.com/Coalition Against Human Trafficking. Cindy knows about the site too. It's been up for a while, but I post a lot of stories about this, the Coalition Against Human Trafficking here on Facebook. So you might want to check that out. Also, you can get in touch with us. You can call me directly about this at 818-800-1343. This is something. You can
probably scan this letter and put it up there too.
Yeah,
that's a bill.
I like that. This is a bill you got to get behind with your local congressman. Wherever you're at in the country, get behind this bill, because I guarantee you have human trafficking problems. Cindy, what's happened to our community? That was my question for this show, this hour show. What's happened? You and I both grew up in this area. What's happened in our lifetime? Why?
We haven't got that much time.
Give me something. I mean, what do you think is the root of the problem? Do people just don't care anymore? Are they too busy?
I'm going to jump on the Trump wagon right here.
Well, jump on it, because I voted for Trump.
I voted for him. He stands for bringing the country back to the basics, and that's where we're not at. We don't have the basics anymore. People don't teach their children to behave. They don't teach their children values, manners. It starts at home, people. And when you look around this area. Pigs live here. No, they live here themselves. Why you're going to be a pig where you live? And that just is the basic.
Yeah, it blows me away. I walk down the streets all around the East San Fernando Valley, for that matter, anywhere in Los Angeles, because I get around. Beach Boys. Yes, I get around, round. I get around. Okay, enough of that.
No Ritalin today, Jesse?
No Ritalin today. Thank you very much. Here, what can I tell you? ADD, BD, DD, CD, ED, BD, BD, RR, DD, dot. Okay. But every community is feeling the blight of trash on the streets. I mean, garbage, graffiti, illegal vending, illegal dumping.
We might as well go right where it starts. Proposition 47. It releases the criminals, lowers the crime values, releases the criminals back to the streets, We have Sun Valley has seen all kinds of activity. We've never seen the homeless that we have out there today.
It is amazing how many homeless. The park.
They just cleaned out. If you get on the 5 freeway and you head over towards the post office, they just cleaned it out. It's already full again. Tents, graffiti, stuff. You know, I have empathy for the homeless, and then I don't, because there are programs there. That is why our taxes are so high, folks, because we've got programs for every cause here in California, and those are some of them. Get out there and utilize the programs. However, some people don't want help.
I've read statistics. You know, we do the Count the Homeless thing every year. It's coming up here pretty soon.
Yeah.
And they ask a lot of our groups. Like Cindy and I are both neighborhood city council board members here in the city of Sun Valley. So we get a chance to kind of see all these programs and hear all this stuff. Also, with the coalition that we have, Coalition Against Human Trafficking, they ask upon us and others, not just us, to do lots of stuff. But this Count the Homeless thing, every time we go out and count the homeless and folks participate in that, they run these statistics, you know, 3-4 months later, we get to see them. And there's so many stories that say 10% of the homeless, 10-12% of the homeless are really looking to get off the street, and they do everything that they can. You know, they utilize all the programs that you talk about. You know, they lost their, they're living in their car. It's a tragic thing like that happens. Okay, so that's Jonathan. I got to cancel him out. Okay, so he's bye, Jonathan. I'll talk to you in a bit. All right. And then there's 10-12% that are so psychologically, chemically, or mentally impaired or physically impaired that they'll probably never leave the streets. And then there's that group in the middle that don't want to leave the streets, which is the largest group. That group blows my mind. You know, and why is that? Why do you think that happens? Why is that large group, they don't want to leave the streets?
We're going past 47. Why lower the crime values and make the crimes less? Keep them in the jail if they're getting help.
Yeah, that's right. You know, when they passed 47, they just duped the California citizenry. I don't know how that ever got passed. No one read the bill, I guess, when they went in to vote
for it.
No, I didn't want it to happen.
No, I mean, they said that person that won for Senate, she voted for it. I don't know how they voted for her to get in.
Yeah, really. I mean, 47, guys, if you're on other states of the country, 47 is a bill that was passed a few years ago by the California citizens that allows prisoners in prison, not jail or the small, we're talking about hardcore prisoners as well, to get released in short time because they're so crowded.
It lowers the values of their crime, and things that were traditionally felonies were lowered to misdemeanors.
Right.
People that were misdemeanors don't even go to jail anymore.
Right, which essentially makes it short time.
There were people who had those crimes and had them on their record can now petition and pay a fine and get it removed altogether. What the heck is that?
They can expunge their record altogether now.
What the heck is that?
And there was I read a story about 47. There was this young lady here in her brand new Corvette. See her brand new Corvette right there. So yeah, that's a young lady in a brand new Corvette. That's a nice Corvette. You know, I like the Maserati.
Okay,
better. But she worked real hard. Now let me tell the story.
Did she work real hard? Well, we don't know. She's in Sun Valley driving that how many thousands of dollars car? It makes you wonder.
$90,000 car. Okay, but she's driving this Corvette. So this young lady is driving this car in to get a Del Taco, right? She's sitting in line with this Del Taco, not her, but this other young lady. This bum, homeless person, walks up to her and says, "Hey, guy, have some money." Blah 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 blah. She shushes him away. He gets shushed away. He comes back. He dumps 5 bullets right into her car, waiting in line at Del Taco, kills her on the spot. This guy, now, he gets his charge dropped from murder down to a lesser crime.
I'm not exactly sure if it's murders that get lowered, but I know that they were the drug crimes and they were probably the rapes.
Well, this guy got it lowered, and he has less of a term in there. What he got is he got the ability to go on probation at some point. Can you imagine? Imagine that? That's 47.
Well, think about it, people, when you vote for that kind of stuff. Your daughter goes out and she gets raped. They're going to be letting them out in a couple weeks.
Yeah, this guy up north gets 6 months.
We got to protect our communities. We got to protect our children, our families, our streets.
Yeah, it's just so many things have changed. I know in your community they've changed too. What's happened? Why?
I mean, if Jesse were to go around the corner and take you on a tour of the local park.
I'm going to do that.
You
I'm gonna
would be
walk over there.
totally, it's like a war zone, people.
Yeah, I'm gonna go talk to
The
some of the
back
homeless
half,
people.
the back half.
Oh, over where the old dirt road used to be. Yeah.
No, I don't know. I had never been behind
You
there.
never were there.
And I went there a couple weeks ago because
Yeah.
there was complaints,
Yeah.
and I was just like appalled.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk over there. In fact, I'm gonna get going now and do that. So we have CPAB tonight.
6 o'clock, and
That's
I'll
the
get you something to drink.
Community Police Advisory Board. You know, you should get involved in stuff that you're doing in your community because that's at least a start.
Yes.
And bring your kids out to it so they can see how the system
We
works.
actually were supposed to bring youth tonight, and I think we both forgot.
Yeah, we were. I don't have any youth though anymore. My youth went away.
I mean,
I'm 55
okay, here's
years old.
another. There's an example. Turn and
There's a
show
jo-
the kids
There's a joke
skateboarding.
there. Okay, let's see it. They're skateboarding. See them skateboarding?
People in this community of Sun Valley pulled together funds to build a skate park for the local residents in this community. And the little whipsters, or whatever you're going to say, loved it so much.
I like that word.
The little whipsters loved it so much that they trashed it. They vandalized their bathrooms. They allowed the graffiti to come in there. And after the third time, Nuri spent 40 grand fixing the bathrooms.
That's our councilwoman for the area.
Nuri Martinez closed the skate park, and they wouldn't respect her when they closed the skate park. And she put a trespass authorization, and they still were breaking in. She went in there, dumped several dump trucks loads of sand to keep them out.
So it's closed now.
Now what? They have nowhere to go,
right,
because they don't think. Their trash was so bad. They were throwing their trash all around.
I knew that was gonna end up that way.
And you know what? If
I knew
somebody
it.
trusts you enough to donate money for you and your children to have a place to go, respect it. If you see some stuff going on and you don't want to be a tattletale, go to your parents. Go to call the police. Go anonymous. I mean, come on, people.
You know, that what we're talking about is the responsibility and accountability that just doesn't seem to be in families anymore. It's certainly not talked to the kids. Violence in schools, running amok, attacking teachers all around the country. What about this? What about this? Blows me away. Female and male teachers wanted to have sexual encounters with their middle school kids.
That's why our kids went to private school.
Went to private school. I footed the
bill.
That's
why we're broke.
Yeah, thank you very much. Yes. Will you buy me a Dr. Pepper for tonight?
Will.
Promise?
Yes, I promise. I'm going to go right next door to the dollar Dr. Pepper.
The dollar Dr. Pepper. Like that. Yes.
There you go.
Okay, go do that because I'm going to go walk to the park.
Oh, you're going to walk?
Well,
drive, Jesse.
Maybe I'll drive.
Yeah.
Think I should drive? I can take care. This is my community. I can take care of myself.
Your community's crap.
Yeah, it really has changed. You hear that? Cindy, love you. See you in a bit. Okay. Anyhow, Jesse T reporting to you here at www.thepowervoices.com. Boom! You see what I'm talking about? You see what kind of impact this type of reporting, this type of talk show on the radio brings? That's why we at thepowervoices.com. I'll see you in a minute. Huh? Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. This is what it brings. It brings the reality into the real world. See, we're not talking about stuff sitting in the studio. Oh no, we're not sitting there just, doing our little thing there. We're out here in the streets, and that's what I do best. The Brown Beauty is on duty from the community to the world. You hear me say that, but the validation of that is right there. We go where the action's at, good and bad. So what I'm doing right now is I'm driving over to this park because I want you to see what Cindy was talking about. It's amazing. So you're going to see me drive on the radio. I'm driving on the radio. I'm in drive time. And we're going to call drive time different. Drive time on the radio. That's right. I bet you I'm the only guy in America doing radio and visual at the same time right here on thepowerofvoices.com. In fact, I know I am, in that respect, because we made a commitment here at the station. When we met for the first time, I said, I want to bring every radio program you have live, the sports program, Greg Bell's program, the Fat Girls Live program. I want to bring all the little girls have a great program. These little girls have a great program. I want to bring all their programs live, just like this, because this is how we get effectively things done. This is how a radio station should act in terms of getting out there and making an impact, make it live and local, but yet broadcasting it to the world globally on our internet, digital net, I'm so friggin' excited. My words are getting tongue twisted, man. This is where I like to be. I like to be out here, not sitting in the studio. This is where we gotta be. And this is where we're gonna make changes for you and me and your family and everybody that participates with us. thepowervoices.com. Also, catch us on ABTV Live and the Digital Broadcasting Network. That's what I was trying to say. ABTV Live and our Digital Broadcasting Network. It's a Jesse T Show, straight on the point, live at 5. I told you we're gonna change the paradigm of what's happening here in our community. Now I'm at a park here, and this is Sun Valley Park in the city of Sun Valley, and this is just one of a gajillion communities. It's just not this community. It's everywhere. These challenges we have are just loaded with problems and issues in that respect. Now, we got a few more minutes on the show here. Let me look at my clock. What's my clock say? I don't have all the fancy clocks right now. Let's say 2 o'clock. Wait a minute. Wait a second. I'm getting all stretched out, guys, here on the radio. Don't have us on. Can't see us. Okay. Oh, whoops. I had to turn it over that way. 20 minutes to 6 p.m. and the sun is still bright in the sky right here in Southern California. What a beautiful day. Oh, thanks. 5:39. Hey, that's Lee Michaels back at the station on the other side of Los Angeles. This is so cool, isn't it, Lee? How we doing, man? How's it going out there? Is everything going okay? Kind of a different flavor, huh? I'm so glad that I'm back. I'm back out here doing what I do, because this is what it's all about. You know, getting out here with the people, making a difference, talking about the issues with the people right here in front of us. Now, this park here, this is a cool park, and I'm gonna kind of, walk. Let me put it over here so you can kind of hear. That's a train going by here. But this was known as Sun Valley Park, and this was kind of the park that I grew up in, growing as a kid. This and a few other parks around here. We used to roam around here. Now I'm 55 years old, so you can kind of get my timeline. When I was 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, this was one of the three big parks that we went to and hung out. They had their own crew in here, It was Sun Valley Park Boys, and they kind of ruled this park. It eventually turned into a gang called the Violent Street Gang, which killed police officers, and then they were all arrested and thrown in jail, and now they're offspring. I call them offspring, because if you're a gang member, you're a friggin' idiot, okay? And if you bear children, what you bear is offspring, because get me on that topic. I've seen some stuff in my lifetime dealing with the gangs here in the Northeast, in San Fernando Valley, so Trece, all these 18th Street, MS-13, all this stuff, unbelievable. I can't tell you some horror stories. Anyhow, so, yeah, I get myself in trouble sometimes. So, but anyway, here's the point. As we walk into this park, it's a lovely park, folks. It's got beautiful trees, pine trees. It's got some of these old growth trees, oak trees here. Got maple trees, sycamore trees. The grass is pretty. They got a great little playground set as we're walking by here. You can see a little child over there having a great time with their moms watching. Our moms never watched us. We just went. We didn't have to worry about anything. We just kind of went. But you see, this is what's happening. All right, right here. Now, this is a homeless person's belongings right there. That's it. So I mean, if you walk over here, and it was a beautiful park, and right here we have a homeless person's belongings sitting right there. Okay, just like that. Just like that. The homeless problem in this community, and I'm sure in yours, is absolutely outrageous. Why? What happened? What had turned this park, which was a lovely park where you could send your kids to and you didn't have to watch them? They just came over and played with their bicycles and their baseballs, football, soccer, whatever we were into. They had a great pool here. But what happened that you have to do this? And not only that, look at, so you got a playground unit over here, right? This playground unit over here. But you got a playground unit right here. And you got a fence around this playground unit here. This is a newer playground unit. It was put in here maybe about 8-9 years ago. This playground unit over here was put in, maybe 15 or 18 years ago. You got a fence. Why do you got a fence around a playground unit at a park? You know why? Because the homeless go in there and go poo. That's right. They go poo and pee. They go pee, pee, and poo in there. Can you imagine? I mean, what happened to our world? What happened, like Cindy Sauer said, my partner, what happened to personal responsibility? Now this park gets cleaned out every day. They come through and they kind of do a clean sweep. But by tonight, at 9, 10 o'clock at night, there's going to be nothing but homeless encampments sitting over in here. In fact, we're going to walk up on a couple here, and I'm going to see if I can get an interview with them. I got to be somewhere at 6, so we are running out of time. Lee, you're going to have to hit that last song for me and let me know what the name of that song is to take us out. This is the Jesse T Show, man, doing what I like to do. So all of this in here, you say, oh, it's a lovely park right now. But by tonight, this place is going to be encamped with homeless people. Just, evacuating their bodies everywhere. Turning these trash cans over here. Turning these trash cans as we walk by this trash can. Looking for bottles and cans and throwing the trash on the ground. That's what's going to happen here. Then they got to come through and pick it all up. They find syringes in this park. They find used condoms in this park. There's a big human trafficking problem in this park. Late at night, 3, 4, 5 in the morning. It's horrendous. They made this a one-way street. They made this a one-way street because they didn't want the traffic to go back and forth and cruise by here. That's what they did here. So we've got more and more homeless coming up here. And these are just we're just hanging out in the park. No. All right, man, I'm telling you, it's the world has changed. And you say, oh, this is a lovely park. Everything's great. Let's go talk to a couple of these homeless guys. Now I see a guy smoking a doobie over there, smoking some joint, so some MJ, homeless guy. How can he afford the MJ? Oh, he must have a medical marijuana pass. That's going to pass here in California. They're going to pass that. And we're going to have more DUIs, just like Colorado. Look, man, we might as well do it. Get the state some money. Maybe they can put maybe they can just, put a big giant 90-foot fence around this park. Donald Trump should be building stuff around the park and not around anything else. That's what he should be doing. Let's go talk to these homeless guys over here and see what they have to say. Oh, man. Hey, how you doing, buddy? I'm a reporter for a newspaper. I'm a reporter for a newspaper and a radio station. Can I get a couple words with you? Okay, no problem. See, that's how. I mean, he moves around this park here. I'm going to ask somebody else. That's what we do on the Jesse T Show. When I'm out in the street, I walk up and I make it happen. That's what we do here on thepowerofvoices.com. He didn't want to talk to me. I wanted to ask him. So how you doing? What's going on? What's happening? Kind of get his words a little bit. Let me see if I can talk to this guy. If I can talk to this guy over here. Hey, can I ask you a couple of questions? ¿Hablas inglés?
Yeah, sure.
Just a couple of questions, man. I'm a reporter for a local newspaper. My name is Jesse. Jesse Terrero. I won't put you on. I'll just ask a couple of questions.
Yeah.
I also have a TV station too, but you're not on, so don't worry about that. But how do you survive on the street? I mean, how do you get along and be safe?
You gotta have a lot of courage, maybe courageous.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's do your best not to show any fear, and stand your ground, and pretty much you'll get respected eventually.
Because you're a young, fit guy. I mean.
Yeah, doesn't mean I win every fight. I mean,
right.
I got a couple of black guys to show.
Yeah.
Don't always win, but you got to give it your all, because after all, ain't got much to lose.
Right.
So that's usually my mindset is I got nothing to lose.
Yeah. Are you a vet? Were you a vet?
No. But I did a little bit of like law enforcement as a security guard, but that's about it.
Yeah. What brought you to the streets?
By choice, basically.
Right.
I chose not to have this stress. I had quite a few bad episodes.
Right.
And with counseling and medication,
that medication, man.
And medication don't really, it takes a lot of involvement. I mean, like, if you might as well just go to counseling.
You might as well, right?
You might as well, because just the medication alone don't really do it
right.
completely. You know what I mean? and then let alone you just like if it's the first time you've taken medication like psych medicine, and, it's a little tricky to know exactly what to what to look for and how to tune into what the medication is supposed to do.
Right.
Sometimes it's just like I don't know. I stressed out a little bit more on medication rather than without it.
It's kind of like when you go through those programs, they kind of make it they force it on you, you know? It's like you have to do this in order to get this benefit and kind of that. Or is it more of a personal choice thing that you feel like you need it?
As far as medication goes.
Yeah.
It's a personal choice. They give you that choice. You know what I mean? Basically when you talk to psychs, they
Yeah.
but I made that choice of trying medication and it really didn't do much, but it just made me gain weight and
Yeah. Well, you're fit now, man.
that's because now I can actually kind of like focus a little bit better now.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
Whereas being in the fog, just being in
Do you see yourself getting off the streets and getting in an apartment someday
yeah.
and getting a good job? You
It's
see that for your
it's
future?
eventually gonna happen. I was just repeating that to myself a little while ago.
Good
I gotta
for
get
you,
off the
man.
streets, I gotta pee. I know that if I say that enough, and if I believe that enough, and if I things will get better. Things
Right,
will get better. I
right.
truly believe in the universal laws of attraction, which you desire, you'll eventually get.
Well,
And
tell you
so
what I'm going to do.
I'll get off the streets.
I'm also I'm part of the Sun Valley Neighborhood City Council. We have a lot of helpful programs of people that will help you. When you're ready, can you remember my name, Jesse
Yeah.
Torero?
Yeah.
Will you remember my name?
Yeah.
And my car's on the other side of the valley or other side of the park. When I leave here, I'm going to drop by here and give you my card. And you can reach out to me. And if you need some help with a program or something, let me see what I can do to help you out.
Okay.
I
live at that tent right there.
Is it the right behind the appliance?
Yeah, right there.
Right over there. Oh, that's cool. It's kind of a safe place, so it's just the front that's exposed.
Well, sometimes I'll put a tarp.
Yeah.
I can have privacy if I really want.
Right. Very good, man.
I've been out here for 2 years, and so I've pretty much I figured out all the the do's and don'ts.
Right.
Right. And what you got to do is basically have drive. If you're gonna succeed, and if not, then
you get eat up.
Yeah. But it's what your heart desires.
Yeah, right.
So if you want to drink your life away, it's doable, but it ain't gonna last.
No, your body breaks down and you end up dying.
Yeah.
Hey, man,
having that mindset when I got here.
I really appreciate you talking to me, and I hope that what you said that you can make happen. If I can be of some help to you, reach out to me. I'll give you my card, and that way, then at least we together can help you out somehow, some way. If you just want to talk to somebody, you can give me a call and I give you my card.
All right. Yeah.
You're a fit guy, and you're a young guy, man. And you got a good life ahead of you, brother. You really do. All right.
Thank you.
I'm Jesse Torero. I'm writing a little story for a couple of newspapers, and I got your name. You told me it's on my recording, and trying to solve some problems out here best we can, or bring awareness, which really is the key.
Yeah, anytime you want to ask questions or do an interview, I'll be happy. No problem.
Appreciate it. God bless you, brother. Good luck to you, and be safe. All right.
All
right, man. Thank you very much for your time. Yeah, that's right. It is night, isn't it? It's friggin' 6 o'clock almost, and the sun's still up. You see, I'm telling you, that's what we do at thepowerofvoices.com. That's what Jesse T does. That's what I've been doing for a lot of years. You're seeing the true Jesse T right here. Jesse Torero, the brown beauty on duty. I fight for right. I'm like a knight with a sword, ready for a fight. I do everything I can to help those that want to help themselves. I do everything I can to expose those that want to hurt people. This is what I do. This is what I've done for a long time. We're talking decades. You saw Cindy Sauer. I just walk up to people, try to help them, get their story. That's what we do at thepowerofvoices.com. Because the power of the people we can have change.
We can change what we're going through as a community across this great nation of ours we call America. That one guy, that homeless guy right there, you know, he's a fit, strong, young guy. That guy should be working. He should be having a job. Maybe I can do something. Maybe you can do something. Turn your nose on something like that is you're turning your nose on your country. You're turning your nose on your society. You're turning your nose against your own human family. I get bothered. And I do get bothered. I get bothered all the time. I drive around Southern California. I get bothered. And what bothers me most is people that don't care. People that don't stop. People that just walk on by. If I had my way, I would be on a horse. Really, seriously. I was born 1,000 years too late. I should be one of those guys. One of those guys that comes and tries to save the day. But I can't do it without you. I can't do it alone. It's an impossibility for me to do it alone. You need to join our cause. You need to join thepowervoices.com at www.thepowervoices.com. You need to make an effective difference and see how this difference changes your life. Talking to that man right over there breaks my heart. Why? I don't know him. Didn't know him 20 minutes ago. Why does it break my heart? That could be my son. I could be his dad. That guy's only about 30. Street's making him look bad, though. It's beating him up. Tuning in every day from 5 to 6 p.m. It's a Jesse T show. What can I tell you? I can't help but being me, Jesse T. That guy, that could be you. That could be me. You or me. Any second. Look at this beautiful pool. Isn't that gorgeous? Guys over there, the lifeguards, pool cleaner dude. God, that's a pretty pool. Makes me want to jump in. There's not much more to say today on today's broadcast. We tried a lot of new technology. We're having fun. We're working through it. Lee's my man. Lee Michaels, man. Guy put it together for us, made it happen here. We appreciate that, Lee, a whole bunch. I used to swim in that pool. They had a big, huge, giant diving board right here. We can make a difference, folks. We're going to be out on the street more and more and more, covering everything from entertainment to politics, to helping people, to going and following the police and crossing police lines. You know why? Because I got a police pass. That's right. We're red hot and rolling. We're prepared to make a difference. Are you? This is Jesse T. on www.thepowerofvoices.com. Are we ready to go with that song? In just a few seconds, we're going to be busting out a song that has a lot of meaning. I'm going to leave that up to Lee. He picked two for you. He's going to drop one on you. He's going to bring it all together. Jesse Terrero is my name. And remember, the game is real simple. You need to respect yourself and respect others. You need to give respect to get respect. You need to give somebody a hand to help them out. You need to give first and ask for later. You need to step up and face evil and say, I'm here. I'm here right now. It stops on my watch. I am going to make a difference. I'm going to do what I can do to make a difference. Jesse Torero, The Jesse T Show, straight on the point, live at 5 at www.thepowervoices.com and at AVTV Live in our digital broadcasting network. The Brown Beauty, bam, is off duty. Respect yourself. See ya.